My guest today isn't just about designing watches, he designs identity. Alain Marhic started March LA.B, not to chase time, but to slow it down. What he has built is part surf, part suit, and all soul. And in a world addicted to speed, I think this deserves a bit of attention. Welcome, Alain.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So before you were a founder, what were you creative of?
I mean, I was always into the nice things, the nice objects, the nice furniture. I was like, it was inside me. I was always very careful on my choice and my final, decisions about everything around me. So from my apparels to the everything I was buying. And yeah, I had this in me, really deep in me. And I was like exploring it like in the surf industry.
And you spent time at Quiksilver. Was it just business, surfing, or culture that left the deepest imprint on you?
Quiksilver, it was a huge experience because back in the days, experience was the brand to be with, it was like the goal, the grail, and I was like, when I joined the company, that was my best dream in my life because I was doing business, surfing. I was young, happy, rich, almost. So everything was there. And they gave me the chance to grow with them and to explore different kind of activities. And I went from the sales to the product developments. And this is how I learned about the products. And also, is how I made myself conscious that I was good for the product development and the branding.
Do you remember the first time you looked at a watch and said, hey, this is just more than a piece of time?
You know what? It's not because I'm here, but it's true. This story, I was in Hong Kong, but it was before Quiksilver. I was 21 years old and I was traveling, backpacking with my here in Hong Kong. And I met, I was in Nathan Road and I bought a Seiko watch. And it was my first nice watch I was proud of. Because I was like, okay, I need a super tool watch for me to surf everywhere I go. And I bought this Seiko watch. I still have it.
Is it a functional watch or like a very sporty functional watch?
No, it's just a basic like regular 3-hands watch, like a really like a easy watch. But I love it. Just like plain stainless steel with a black dial, and I had this Velcro band already because I wanted to use it anytime.
From that point on, tell me about your relationship with watches.
Well, I mean, at the beginning, I was not super like, an expert in the watch collections, in the watch business. But when I joined Quiksilver, they teach me how to build the watch, and they gave me the chance to manage the watch business. And then suddenly I discovered like that product was just like such an amazing product because there was like so many challenges, not only the mechanical part inside, but most of it just the aesthetical part. I mean, the cosmetic part is like a huge challenge because you easy come into like a copy of something existing already, and you need to be creative to have your own style identity, be quite simple and elegant, but not be a copycat of someone. And it's super hard challenge. And on all the products I've been working on, this is from far the hardest product to develop and to create.
And what do you love about what resonate with you the most about watches?
To me, I like the watch because for like a man, if you are just wearing a white shirt and a simple denim, and if you have the good watch, you are the good guy. I mean, if you have the cool watch, you are the cool guy. And that's just all about this. And no matter how you are, the watch is like your personality. It is you. And when I see now, of course, I'm looking at the wrist everywhere in the world when I'm traveling, and every wrist of my friends. And once I see the watch, I can tell, okay, that guy is like this. I mean, you know that. Yeah.
Yep. There's a man's thing.
Of course, it's a main thing. And it's like the personality is just like there's so much to say about someone through his watch. It's funny.
I think in general, men are more, we don't have as much accessories most of the time. So
of course.
It's the little things that shows like, oh, we're saying.
Of course. And some guys actually, they don't buy any clothing. They don't buy any cool stuff. They just buy their watch. This is the only thing they invest in, That's it. That's funny.
So to talk about branding,
Yeah.
I think building a brand in a way is to protect the feeling. What is that for you? What sort of feeling are you trying to protect building your own brand?
I've been the feeling, I don't know. I've been building my own brand since day one with like in a slow way, slow motion, because I think there's only about small details that can build a brand. It's like baby steps, you know. You do baby steps by baby steps, and millimeters after millimeters. Then you bring something that stands out and comes like something like cohesive and consistent. And you're like, okay, I understand where that guy wants to go with. But it's easy for me. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easy because it's my brand is myself. I mean, if I would die tomorrow, you could see, okay, Alain is this, and you can check my brand is like me. It's like the copy of my personality and what's in my brain. So I'm like really like transparent with that. And I've been trying to do something from the beginning to the end that is really like a whole pure things, just only one thing, not 2, 3, just only one thing. And that's the point.
So now the world is obsessed with speed. Everything is about convenience, quick, fast fashion to quick turnaround. Why do you pick to do something slow? Because I think that you mentioned that it is a representation of your brain. So tell me about you and the slowness.
Maybe it's because I was in a business before, actually, Quiksilver, that was all about speed and just like more products, more collections, more business, more money, more. And I'm probably more a less guy than a more guy. And it takes time to me to get good ideas because I want them to grow in me. And sometimes, and some days I'm going, okay, I got the idea finally. And it's true that all the things that I'm doing, like from the watch to all the things that we are doing around the brand, I never try to find the ideas. I wait for the ideas to grow in me and to come one day and say, okay, I got the idea. This is how we're going to make it. And it's all about tough time. And sometimes, I mean, commercially speaking, it's maybe not good because I should go faster, but it's the way I am and the way it is. And I'm really lucky because it's my brand, so I can take the time to make it. Of course, I need to pay my employees and all the business, but I mean, I'm still working this way, waiting for the times, the things to grow in me before going into it.
So now that you've got your brand is a very successful brand, what sort of emotion or philosophy do you want to bring? Do you want to communicate with your clients, people?
I mean, the deepest things I'm proud of, it's that we have created that brand to be like good products that we make with good people. And every single thing that we do, like from the retailers we work with, or even with the artists or the people we work with, we want to love them. I mean, we want to love the products we do, and we want to love the people we work with. And it can be, I mean, you can say it's bullshit, but it's real things. Like this is only the thing I can only work with people I love, and otherwise I'm not feeling comfortable. So life goes fast, and we stay like a few years on this earth, and I want to be happy to work with people I'm happy to work with. That's my goal, and I'm so happy today because I make this happen. I'm only working with people I like to work with, so I'm so happy.
That's not easy.
That's not easy, but when you are doing your brand, you can make your own choice, and you're like, okay, I'm not supposed to do what the guy upside me is telling me to do. I'm just doing what I want to do, and if I don't feel it, I don't do it. That's it.
And this is the expression of the brand, free.
Exactly. And I know that people from the big groups and the big watch brand, they are pretty jealous because they're always telling us, you guys, you do what you want, and we can see that you are really like free to express what you want to express. That's a chance. I know that we are really lucky to do that. And for the moment, we're still independent. Maybe one day, I don't know, if we join a group, that's going to be so free as it is now. So I hope that we can stay free like still a long time.
So you place the crown on 4 o'clock of the watch.
Um,
This is not just this, probably more.
The beginning of this actually was a kind of features because I'm a sport guy and I'm a surfer. And when you surf, I mean, when you do, like we said, that when you the takeoff, you put your hands in a way where when you have a watch, the watch goes into your hand and it basically hurts you. And I was like, yeah, we need to put that crown like down the 4 o'clock because then at least when you do this movement on the surf, you don't hit yourself, you don't hurt yourself. So that was the first thing. And then finally after that, we said, okay, that's a good features, that's a good grammatic signature. And we said, okay, we should put that on the main watch at least. And day after this, finally we said, okay, this is a good identity point we should keep. And we have been putting that on every watch now. And sometimes it's a bit hard because the watch case design, it's not properly made for that feature. So we need to work on the design of the crown itself to make it more elegant. But yeah, that's a challenge. That's a good challenge.
But I think that is actually a very true point because I'm actually a victim of that. I actually have a mark on my hand because of the round.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I had the mark too.
Yeah,
So if you do cycling or if you do biking or if you do any kind of sport, you have the mark of your crown.
Exactly. So that's why I changed the watch hands just purely because of that.
There you go.
So that's a very smart thing.
Here you go.
to say.
Good question then.
In your opinion, do people wear watch to tell time?
No, they don't.
Or identity?
Just for identity now. Nobody cares about the time on their watch. Everybody wants to have a watch to be that guy or this girl or this girl. Everybody wants to be a part of a brand. I mean, yeah, there's much more to say about a watch than the time. Much more.
I mean, I'm kind of very invested in the small details into things, especially watches. And I can see that your brand is the same. Can you tell me more about the details?
If you put too much details in your watch, it's becoming over design and at the end of the day, not balanced. And if you put not enough details, then it's like really weak and not, it's lacking of character and you miss something on your watch. So this is the hardest point about watch design is that you need to be on that line, which is like in between less details and too much details. You need to be right on this line, this border. And you need to be, I mean, very precise, very, very clinic about that. And that's a challenge because you can fall in one way or the other way, you know.
To the average sort of watch enthusiast or someone getting into watches, what would you say they should look for in terms of details of a watch? Coming from a very stylish person like yourself, what makes a difference when they wear a watch?
But you know what? I'm gonna be really honest. I'm pretty like a simple guy, you know. And my simple vision is that once you see a watch, you need to have like a crush, but the whole watch. And when I'm receiving some new prototypes in my office, I'm not looking into all the details. I mean, I do it, but in a after. But the first sight is the main thing. Is that if I take the watch in my hand, I'm like, okay, we got it. We're here. Then it's good. And then after, I'm looking to the small details. But the beginning is to be the first sight. Do you have a crush or don't you? And if yes, then it's good. And yeah, so the details to me needs to be good, but not obvious, you know? And the whole thing needs to look simple. But when you look into the simple thing, then you see all the details, but the look needs to be more simple.
So do you ever look at a prototype and say, this is not ready yet, but this is perfect for the future? Have you experienced that? It's something that is just not for the time of age now, but I know in 5 years.
Yes, sometimes I can feel that. That's a good question. But sometimes I'm not sure. I'm like, am I wrong? Am I right? I'm like, okay, I can feel that. Like, yeah. Sometimes I'm too I'm too enthusiastic about some products, and I need to ask my team, okay, are we going to do this thing? I'm going to make it? Do you think? I'm like, no, Alain, you go too fast, because my personality, I'm more creative than a commercial guy, and I like my comfort zone is creativity, and so I like to be more and more like looking forward and making new stuff. And sometimes I go too far, and I need to slow down. So yeah, that's my.
So it's a balance.
It's a balance. And you need people around you that you trust in to keep you at the right place.
So that's why you were mentioning you're working with people you like. You resonate.
Exactly. That's the thing. I'm like, the people on my team, I'm with them since like so much time, and I'm like, I try to love them. That's my role. My role is to love my people I'm working with. And if I love them, I'm sure they will be happy to work with me, and they will do the best. And it's just not a strategy. It's like how I'm living every day. I love the people around me, and I want two people around me working and to be loved. That's pretty simple but easy.
So, I'm based in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And we're at a place where it's a mixture of tradition and chaos here, right? Now, I can see that DNA in your brand as well. What's your thought on this?
Yeah. I like this. That's a good thing. You know what? Because in the name of the brand is LA.B. So LA is Los Angeles, because one of my partners is Jerome Mage. He's the founder of the eyewear brand Jacques-Marie Mage. He's very famous. And Los Angeles is the place where it was the chaos, like in the 60s, 70s, it was the chaos in the US. And the B is B for Biarritz, which is a French traditional classic city. And it's exactly this. In the LA.B, it's the chaos and tradition mixed together. And that was the main idea behind the brand, is like, let's do a brand with that classical base, but just with a bit of chaos inside the tradition, just this little twist that makes the brand, okay, that's more cool than the classic brand. That's a bit more like, the little twist. Exactly this.
The other thing is Hong Kong people, we love craftsmanship. I think all the watch enthusiasts, they look for craftsmanship is the first thing they look for, not just logos. So how do you see March LA.B, the brand, fit into this sort of market?
The thing is that what I can tell you is that at the beginning I was too much, and I'm still, not today, but before, I was too much humble on the branding on the watches that we were doing. Like, we were printing the name March LA.B with a gray print, really dark. And people were telling me at the beginning, but we can barely see your brand on the dial because it's too dark. And I was like, yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to be like really like under the radar, because what we sell is the product itself, is not the brand. And actually at the beginning, the brand doesn't mean anything to anybody because nobody knew the brand. And so we were all about, okay, if the watch is good, we don't need to have the name and the branding anywhere, because if the watch is just a cool object, people will be proud to wear them, and it's going to be enough. So now we put a bit more the name with more like contrasted colors, but it's still really humble, and we are not keen of like really branding and logo. Like, if you see my catalog, there's only the M logo. We don't put even the name of the catalog. And some people say that, but you're totally crazy because you should put your name. But I'm thinking, we don't sell the name, we just sell the products. I don't sell my name. The name doesn't mean anything. I just sell the products.
If you were to create a watch in that case to represent Hong Kong, the rhythm, the tradition, the chaos, how would that look like?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. In Hong Kong, people are really... I think they have a really cool style in Hong Kong. It's not the same as French style, but they have I can see that people in Hong Kong, they are maybe more casual than French. French way maybe more elegant, but I like the casual side of Hong Kong because they're mixed. It is a mix between casual and elegance. And honestly speaking, I like the way you're dressed in Hong Kong. You are relaxed, but always, the good colors, the simple cut, and it's all good. So a watch in Hong Kong, of course, I mean, I can see that many people in Hong Kong, they wear Rolex, but they wear the vintage Rolex, which is good because the vintage Rolex is simple, elegant, and just like classic. And so the March, which would be the same, you know, the one hour watch for us would be like a simple classic style, but you do like, you know, discreet, elegant, but, you know, strong.
In the world, you mentioned, yes, you know, in Hong Kong, we love Rolex, pretty much very traditional brand of watches. How do you see, I think that's in general. So how do you see the differentiation of market or how do you see the market growing for unique brands like yours in others? There's a lot more creativity. There's a lot more passion coming up. How do you see the future of the watch industry?
Well, the market, you know, since I started like 10 years ago, the market has changed so much because you have seen all these new micro brands coming since 3, 4 years, 5 years. And there's a lot of good brands, good micro brands. But you can see that some have a strong vision and some have just like a short-term vision. And at the end of the day, I'm always saying, okay, doing a brand is like, it's like a singer. Like if Bob Dylan is Bob Dylan today, it's because he's been coming with new lyrics, new musics since 50 years. And every time he's still here and he's like still strong. And I think it's a marathon. I mean, doing your brand is not like a 2 years, 3 years, 4 years challenge. It's like a life challenge. And you need to keep doing good watch like every year, every 2 years, you need to come out with new products that stands out, that are looking like what you are saying. And it's like it's like a singer. You need to be always here. That's a long way.
And that's also your vision, building alone. That's why it's slow. That's what you do.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm just out of, you know, I was in France last week. I was in the going through the retailers in France, and we were showing a new woman watch we are launching next month. And I was happy because the guys were saying, wow. They were saying, wow. So that was the first point when you got the wow effect. And the second point, they were saying, you don't do like everybody. And it's like, oh, okay, a bit disturbing because it's different. And then after, they were like, some were liking it, some were not liking the new style. But I was happy because I was like, yeah, okay, this is what we want to do. We want to keep doing our own different things. And okay, some people come with us, some don't. That's it.
And that's it. In that case, as an entrepreneur with a passion, what would be your advice to other entrepreneurs that wants to pursue a dream?
Well, you need to keep you need to keep the faith in what you do, and that's the point. Also, it's a good point is that you need to, when you start to be entrepreneur, you need to to give a target and to say, okay, when I'm going to reach that, I'm going to be happy with what I've done already. Because if you don't do that, you are never happy with what you do. You want to do always more. So when you start, you should say, okay, maybe when I'm going to do this point or that money, or when I'm going to have that representation on the market, I will be happy because I'm going to have create my own brand. So the business entrepreneur is always a never-ending story. So it can be like a never-ending running story, you know, and you can be never happy. But you need to give you some like different target, different steps, and say, okay, if I do that, I'm going to be happy. If I do that, I'm going to be happy. You know, that's the thing.
So it's all about knowing when you got there.
Exactly.
Instead of continue to chase.
Exactly. So you need to establish that kind of, you know, that point, like what you said there. And okay, you need to be, okay, when I'm going to do that, step 1, done. I'm happy. I'm celebrating it because I'm happy because I've already done that. And then after, okay, second step, maybe I will be happy when I'm going to be there. And then after you go there and but you stop it, you celebrate and you, okay, I'm happy. you know? Otherwise, you're never happy.
No wonder I'm not very happy. No, I think working in a world that everyone's chasing time, it is to be able to develop something that is subtle and slow and just let things melt and sink into it. I think it's something that we should appreciate more because it's becoming less and less in this world. So thank you for joining us today, Alain. It's been a pleasure interviewing you on the podcast today.
Thanks a lot, Alex. That was like a good moment. I'm always liking to share what are my feelings and my thoughts. So I hope people will like it.
We'll do it again.
And thanks Hong Kong for being there.
Yes, no, we look forward to having you.
Thanks, Alex. Bye-bye. Take care.